Victoria back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, y'all. So as you can tell by the title, I am doing a story time today. I know it's been a while. I started a new job, so I was just trying to get into the swing of things, and y'all know how it go. But I'm back, and I'm gonna be giving you guys some more consistent content, all right? And yeah, so make sure you guys are commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers, guys. I want to do this a lot more. Help your girl out. Get me to 1,000. I see y'all watching. Y'all are really digging my story time. So thank y'all for liking and commenting. It's been fun conversating with you guys. So please continue the comments, the likes. Make sure you're subscribing. Excuse my hair. I tried to be cute and straighten my natural hair and all that good stuff, but of course it's a rainy day. The humidity is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Like, I feel like I just straightened my hair and it's just keeps frizzing up. And you know what? It is what it is. It's okay. I'm just trying to at least make it look decent for the video, but I don't want to keep like touching my hair. So however it is on the video is just how it's about to be. I like it. I don't know. I feel like wraps are for the fall and the winter and just not a summertime thing, at least not for me. But with that being said, y'all, I have another story time about me going on vacation, and y'all already know how my vacation story times be if you are not new to my channel. If you are new to my channel, go back and watch some of my story times about some of my vacation horror stories. Like, y'all, what's wrong with me? I don't know. But here goes another one. Here goes another one. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to title this, but just know this is another Miami story times. They're all over YouTube. Another Miami story times. You know, you go to Miami where friendships go to die. That should be their motto. Miami, where friendships go to die. Because literally, that's what be happening. So I have this friend, guys. We were friends for years, since maybe like 8th grade. And she, you know, of course we grow up, we move out of state, all that good stuff. So she was living out of state at this time. And she wanted to go to Miami for her birthday. Perfect, because her birthday is also around spring break. So I'm like, cool, you know, we can definitely go down there and take a trip. Her birthday also just happened to be the same weekend as All-Star Weekend. And this particular year, All-Star Weekend just so happened to be in Atlanta, which is like, not that far from Miami, you know what I'm saying? We're planning this trip, you know, Miami trip. My friend, and we're going to give her a name. We're going to call her Megan. We're going to call her Megan. Megan's planning the trip. She puts me and my other friend in a group chat with her and all her other friends that she was friends with from out of town. Now, where she lived at out of town is where she actually grew up. She moved here to, and if you don't know, I live in Pittsburgh. She had moved here to Pittsburgh and came to school here for a few years. And then after we graduated high school, she moved back to her hometown. So she already had a bunch of friends in her hometown. Me and the other friend that lived up here, which me and her were real cool, and we're going to call her Chelsea. I've actually talked about Chelsea in other story times, so if you hear the name Chelsea, it's the same person. Me and Chelsea are real cool, and we're also cool with Megan, who used to live in Pittsburgh with us, but now had moved back to her hometown. So, therefore, we don't know any of Megan's friends. Now, there was a time where I went to go visit Megan out of town, I don't know, for like a week or so, and I did meet a few of her friends. So I did know 2 of her friends, but not like that. Like, I literally only met them one time, but I knew of them. And it had been years since I've even like brought them up in conversation or even heard their name. With that being said, we all ended up in this huge group message. No lie, there was about 10 of us in this group message, guys. which is already like a red flag, because when you get so many girls around each other, especially girls who don't even know each other, it's just like a recipe for just disaster. Literally just too much estrogen in one spot. It's just a lot. So we're like, whatever. We're being optimistic. I got me and my girl Chelsea, and then of course we know Megan. So all the other girls didn't really matter. Her other two friends that I met before, they was cool. So I really didn't think about any issues. I just know how Miami is and how it is when a bunch of girls get together for a long period of time. We're still planning out the trip with Megan. She's sending us updates. You know, we're doing this at least like 2-3 months in advance. So she keeps sending us updates. Hey guys, we need this much money a piece for the Airbnb. And no lie, the Airbnb itself was about $400 a piece. So in my head, I'm like, oh, bet, like we're about to get something nice. Because $400 a piece, we're only staying for what, 4 days? We got there Friday. Left Monday? Or I think we left Tuesday morning. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, Tuesday morning. Got there Friday, left Tuesday morning. So with that many days, there's 10 of us. $400 a piece. Come on now. We're getting a pretty nice Airbnb. I just remember them sending, or I remember Megan sending a bunch of different Airbnbs in the chat. And we, you know, we pretty much narrowed them down. I don't want to say we had a definite choice, but we just narrowed them down because we did allow Megan to have the final say. And I didn't care that much. I'm just like, you got to make sure it's enough rooms and enough beds. You know what I mean? And also try to place everyone where they know someone else so they don't really feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So of course, I already knew that Chelsea and I were going to room together. So I wasn't even worried about it. And Megan knew not to put me with anybody else, especially since she knew me and Chelsea were so cool. We give Megan $400 for the Airbnb. Cool. A couple weeks later, she's like,
all right, guys, we're going to get a yacht. I've been talking to this guy down there who has a yacht. We're going to get his yacht. It's however much money. So everybody has to pitch in another $250.
Cool. I literally send mine right then and there. Zelle. Zelle is your friend. Always use Zelle. Sent her the $250 right then and there. Some of the girls were like, hey, I'll pay you when I get down there for the yacht. This and that. And Megan's like,
all right, yep, that's cool. Fine. I'll give him the money up front. Y'all just pay him back when we get down there.
Don't do that. But whatever, that's what she wanted to do. Ain't have nothing to do with me. I gave my $250 and there's a receipt through Zelle. Everything's straight. I give her all my money. I don't know what everybody else did, but I know Chelsea gave her money as well. So I knew me and Chelsea was cool. Now, guys, this was also during a time where it was, COVID. I get it. It's like outside was open, but everybody was still like, oh, wear your mask. You got to be, vaccinated, or you got to take a test and all that good stuff to fly and whatnot. I think, honestly, we didn't need a test to fly. We only needed a test to fly if we were going out of the country. That's what it was. But we were only going to Miami, so we didn't need to take a COVID test. So I just remember Megan putting in the group chat,
oh yeah, I need everybody to go get tested and send me their results, because we don't want anybody down here that we don't want anybody down here that, has COVID.
Cool. I completely get that. I understand. But at the same time, we already gave you the money for the yacht. We already gave you the money for the room. Say we do go ahead and get tested and it comes back positive. Guys, you got to understand, this was literally 2-3 days before our flight. Literally 2-3 days before we was leaving to go to Miami. So when she texted us in a message and saying, hey, I already got some of the girls that took a test and I need the rest of you guys to go take a test and send me the results. I'm not going to lie. Me and Chelsea was looking at each other like, I feel where she's coming from, but at the same time, I'm not about to do all that. Because the girls who just gave you a test and it came back positive, by the time they get down there, they can have it. Like, you can. Like, that's just how unpredictable COVID was. Like, y'all know. So, we're just like, I'm not about to go take a test. Like, y'all can write how y'all feel about it down in the comments. But yeah, I came to the conclusion, like, I'm not about to go take a test. Because even if it came back negative, I'm asking her, all right, so if it comes back negative, are you going to send us our money back? I mean, if it comes back positive, are you going to send us our money back? When I tell y'all Megan could not give me an answer, me and Chelsea was just like, yeah, see, nah, that's why we're not about to do that, because now we're just about to be out of money. Now, could we have disputed it? Since I sent my money through Zelle. So I could have disputed it, but still, who knows how long it would have took to get my money back, if I would have even got it back. So she was like,
just take the test.
And I'm like, once again, Megan, if I go take this test and it comes back positive, are you going to send me my money back? I already knew the answer was no. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm giving you $650 like it ain't nothing. Because $650, that's something to me. I don't know about y'all, but $650 is something to me. I already felt like that was already a bit much for 10 of us girls to be down there. Like, I just already felt like I was spending too much. But I'm like, at the time, you know, I had a couple dollars for real. And then not only that, but she did it so far in advance, I had time to actually get that money. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? It's cool. $650 to go down there and all that good stuff. And then that didn't even include us taking Ubers everywhere, because we didn't get a rental. We would have had to get multiple rentals because there was 10 of us. So we were Ubering everywhere. And even then we had to keep getting like 2 to 3 Ubers. But anyway, I'll talk about that when I get there. So it just became a big issue, and we ended up getting into it over the phone. And yeah, me and Megan's going back and forth, and she's talking about like, that's weird. You're not coming down here if you're not taking that COVID test. And I'm like, that's fine. Send my money back. Literally would not send it back. I'm like, okay then. Like, I'll be down there. She's like,
that's weird. You're being irresponsible. You have a child.
You see, you know what now, girl? That's where I draw the line. Because what does me having a child have to do with me getting a test and coming down to Miami? Because now you brought my daughter into this for absolutely no reason. I don't like that. You don't talk about nobody's child. And that's crazy, because she was literally one of my best friends. Megan was one of my best friends. So I'm like, yeah, you're just mad and you're saying anything right now. But you can't even get my money back if it comes back positive. So F your test. I don't care. F your COVID test. It didn't really matter. It don't. Anyway, we talked about that. Chelsea is literally sitting there the whole time while me and Megan are on the phone. And she's like,
oh, girl, see, no, because she's tripping. And yeah, she's talking about your daughter.
And all this extra stuff. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm about to not even go down there no more. But at the same time, it's just like, I already gave this chick my money. Not only that, but me and Chelsea was like, shoot, we still trying to go down there, but we'll do our own thing if it comes down to it, especially if Megan start acting weird. So I'm like, you right, all right, bet, let's just still go down there. Me and Megan ended up making up, like literally the next day. We ended up making up. She apologized about the comments she made and all that good stuff, but I could tell there was still some tension. She wasn't happy. Megan, she's kind of like controlling. She's pretty controlling. She wants things done her way. I get it. It's your birthday, but you're being a birthday brat. I don't like birthday brats. Not at all. So you're being a birthday brat. And yeah, I'm not feeling that. But anyway, that happens. So y'all, remember I told you All-Star Weekend was that same weekend that we were planning to go down Miami, but it was in Atlanta. And some of Chelsea's friends were going down there, and these were guy friends. These were guy friends who had a couple dollars for real. So they had got like this huge, like, I don't know. I don't really want to call it a mansion, but it was basically a mansion down Atlanta. And we, they had also got a section. Okay, mind you, All-Star Weekend was, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So they had got this section on Friday at, y'all, I can't remember what club it was. All I know is Pooh Shiesty and Lil Baby was performing down there. Was it Lil Baby? I can't remember, but I know it was definitely Pooh Shiesty. And literally the guys had got the section right behind. Like there was like a section on stage. Y'all, I cannot remember what club this was, but the section was on stage and it's literally right behind where Pooh Shiesty would be performing. So of course, me and Chelsea's like,
girl, we gotta go. Like, we gotta go down there. You know, they said we can come stay with them and be in a section and be with them and all that good stuff.
So I'm just like, oh my goodness, yes, we gotta be down there. So of course, I'm thinking, all right, so if the Miami trip is from Friday to Tuesday, then yeah, let's just go to Atlanta on Friday and then catch a flight to Miami on Saturday morning and be in Miami. Like, swear. So in our heads, and me and Chelsea here, we're like, oh, bet this is about to be a bomb ass trip. Cause it's like, come on, it's All-Star weekend. We about to fly down to Atlanta on Friday and be in Miami by Saturday. Like, y'all, please tell me that don't sound lit to y'all. That sounds so lit. So of course, me and Chelsea, we're spending hella bread. Swear, because we already bought our flights to Miami. Already bought our flights, already paid for it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, oh wait, no, did we buy our flights? Oh no, we did, but we were able to change our flights. Thank God. We were able to change it and we were able to change our flights. So we ended up changing the destination from Pittsburgh to Atlanta for Friday instead of to Miami. So we had already bought our flights to Miami. So we changed our flight going to Miami. We changed it to go to Atlanta on Friday. So we changed our flights and everything and made our flight from Atlanta to Miami the next day. We were leaving at like literally 10 in the morning. So we would have been in Miami by 12:30, like in the afternoon. Yeah. So, all right. Now we're telling Megan. We're like, all right, Chelsea, like, we got to tell Megan. I don't know if I keep doing this, like Chelsea sitting next to me because she not. But anyway, so I'm like, all right, we got to tell Megan. Y'all, I tell Megan. I tell her because me and Megan were like closer than Megan and Chelsea were. They were cool. And they had like a different relationship before me and Chelsea got cool. But I was always cool with Megan. But then once me and Chelsea got cool, we all just was cool together. But me and Megan were always like super tight. Anyway, me and Megan were closer. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll tell Megan. So I tell Megan that, hey, we're actually going to be in Miami on Saturday. We're going to Atlanta for All-Star Weekend on Friday. And this girl starts going off. She does. She's so mad. She's like,
that's really weird as hell. Like, how are you really going to go? You already said you're coming down to my birthday trip in Miami, so why are you so pressed to be in Atlanta? Like, y'all are so pressed. Some of my other friends literally live in Atlanta and they're not going to All-Star Weekend. Instead, they're coming down here to Miami.
And you know, I let her finish. But then I'm like, so people who live in Atlanta, they're not gonna miss Atlanta. And just because your friends who live in Atlanta aren't trying to go to All-Star Weekend and want to come to Miami, like, that has nothing to do with us. First of all, I'm pretty sure your friends weren't going to be staying in a mansion, and your friends weren't going to be in the section behind Pooh Shiesty. Or guess what? They probably would have stayed and came Saturday too.
No, they wouldn't have. They would have came here because they fuck with me. They fuck with me. Like, that's really weird. Y'all are weird.
So she's mad. I don't know. Would y'all have been mad? I understand where she was coming from. But at the same time, the type of friend I am, I don't like when people miss out on experiences. So I'm going to be like, okay, that makes sense. You won't be here Friday, but you'll be here Saturday, and our trip is till Tuesday. That's cool. All right, cool. And then I'm like, well, what are we even doing Friday?
That's not the point. We're probably just going to go out or something, but that's not the point.
And I'm like, I think I'll be okay missing one going out night in Miami. you know, to be with Pooh Shiesty in Atlanta. You know? You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. So she didn't understand. She was very, very upset. At this point, we already booked the flights because it really wasn't like we were asking you. We weren't asking for your permission. We were just letting you know what we were doing and letting you know that we wouldn't be there until Saturday now. Not only that, but it's not like we was like, oh, could you prorate the room since we won't be there Friday? No, we still gave our money for all the Friday to Tuesday. How many days is that? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We still gave our money for all 5 days, even though we were coming Saturday. So, girl, you'll be okay. So me and Chelsea was just like, listen, I understand how she feel, but so what? We're going to Atlanta. Cool. We're excited, y'all. Like I said, it's lit. You would be feeling super lit too. Like, we're gonna be in Miami for All-Star Week. Atlanta for All-Star Weekend, and then going to Miami. Like, ooh, yeah, y'all. I was feeling it. I was really feeling myself. So end up packing our bags. The days come or whatever. Mind you, we booked our flight like 2 days, a day before, down to Atlanta. Excuse me, yeah, down to Atlanta. So I'm just like, all right, bet. The flight to get down to Atlanta was so annoying. It was so annoying mainly because we booked it so late, so there was barely any flights. My one friend, I don't know how, she ended up being able to get the 6 a.m. flight straight to Atlanta and got there at like 8 o'clock. Me, however, I had to get this whole other flight. My flight I left at 6 as well, but I had to go to New York first. And then I had like a 4-hour layover, y'all. When I told y'all I was in the airport like this, sleep. I was vlogging though. I do remember I was vlogging. But I was in that airport sleep, y'all, sleep. And yeah, I just had to wait for a long ass time in New York. And then finally got down Miami. But since it was like the whole situation with me changing my flight and all that extra stuff, I don't know what happened. Things got misconstrued and they had lost my luggage at the airport and they had to send it on another flight. So we had to wait for that. Oh my goodness. Turns out my luggage ended up getting down Atlanta before I did. And then they were holding it. They was about to send it back to Pittsburgh. It was so much. But anyway, I had my luggage. Just know I had my luggage. Cool. So I finally get to Atlanta. My friend was at the airport that entire time waiting on me. You figure she got there at 8. I didn't get there till like, y'all, no lie, I didn't get there till like 3 o'clock. Swear I didn't. I didn't get there till like 3 o'clock. Yeah, it was terrible. But I was so determined to just have a fun weekend. The flights really didn't even matter. It really didn't. Like, once I was just vlogging, got some food in me, was chilling, listening to music, like the time, although it felt long, I'm just like, whatever, because we're about to be lit tonight. Cool. So, do all that. I meet up with my friend. We hit up the gas to see where the Airbnb was. And yeah, we met them there. But I think we took an Uber there because I don't think they got us from the airport. Nah. So we ended up getting an Uber to the Airbnb. Cool. So of course we got our luggage and everything. Goodness. So we're in there. We're like, hey, Chelsea's introducing me to everybody she knew in the house because of course these is her peoples. I don't know them. And one of the guys, let me give you a quick backstory. One of the guys she actually, used to date. And I don't know. I guess she did some like super shady shit to him. So they end up breaking up. And now I guess they haven't talked in all this time for real. But he happened to hit her up to tell her to come down to Atlanta. So hearing it, I was kind of skeptical because I'm just like, girl, are you sure? Like we should do that and be around him, all his friends. And y'all haven't really talked in all this time. And she's just like,
yeah, girl, like he's cool. I know his friends. Like we're gonna go down there, we're gonna have a good time. And he said I could sleep in his room with him. And
I just be going with the flow. I'll just pick what nigga I want to sleep in the bed with, or I'll sleep on the couch. I don't give a damn. So yeah, I wasn't really too worried about it. I'm just like, especially since she was kind of reassuring me. So once we got to the house and I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, you see literally the foreign after foreign after foreign after foreign just parked all across. Like there had to be about like 8 to 10 of them up in there. It was a super big house. It was a huge house and like a long driveway and a big like cul-de-sac area, and they just had all their foreigns lined up in the driveway, and it was nice. So I was just like, oh yeah, like this about to be lit. So I literally goes in there. I'm just like, oh, hey. And they're like, oh, you can put your luggage upstairs. So they're like showing us around, showing us the house. And we come back downstairs and we're drinking with them a little bit. And we're like, oh, where we going tonight? So they tell us the name of the club and all that good stuff. And we're like, bet. And that's like,
we got to be there at this time because, the lines is going to be real long. Even though we got a section, we just want to get there in time.
Cool. No lie, y'all. I think they said they had to leave. We had to leave at like 8 o'clock. Mind you, at this time, it's like 5 o'clock. I don't know how I got this late, y'all, but it's like 5 o'clock. So we're in there. We're drinking with them and stuff. But we're like, yo, we literally have not eaten. We have not eaten. So one of the guys was like,
you know what? I'm hungry too. Like, I really want to eat before I go out.
Mind you, he was already dressed for real, or he already had like his clothes laid on the bed ready to go. So we're like, all right, cool. So we ride with him to the store. We're ordering food, all this good stuff. Y'all, we were so mad because we took so much time out. I don't even know how we took so much time, but we took so much time out trying to get food with this man that the other guys back at the house was just like,
all right, yeah, I gotta hurry and come back because we about to leave to go to the club.
And I'm like, dang, like already, like we didn't even get a chance to shower and get dressed and all this good stuff. And they was just like,
oh, well, y'all better come on if y'all want to get a ride.
I'm just like, all right, okay, whatever. So even though we ordered our food, we never actually went to go pick it up. Mad as hell. We went back to the house, and now that we see like everybody getting dressed and like about to leave and stuff, we're like, all right, let's hurry up and run upstairs and throw our outfits on. And I look so good that night. If I could find a picture of my outfit, I'm going to post it. I feel like I have a picture, but I'm going to post it if I can find it. So, yeah, I'm just like, all right. We don't have time for showers. We didn't stink or nothing, but you know how it is. You just want to freshen up. But it was just like, girl, fuck it. Come on. Like, put your clothes on and let's go. So literally threw my outfit on. I was so mad because I was rushing and I looked cute and everything, but I didn't really get to touch up like my makeup, which was fine because I don't really wear makeup anyway. But I didn't really get to touch up nothing, and I forgot to put on all of my jewelry. So I was mad as heck, but I still looked cute though. I did. I still looked cute. So we got there, so we got dressed, and yeah, I remember even one of the guys helped me zip up my outfit because I'm like, oh my God, I need help and I'm trying to rush and this and that. But even though all the other guys had left, there was 2 guys that ended up staying behind a little bit, not that much behind, but staying behind a little bit to help us or wait for us to get dressed because the guys were driving, obviously, because we Ubered there. So that was super cool of them. Excuse me. So anyway, and one of the guys was the guy that we went to go try to get some food with, but we came back and couldn't, which he's super cool, by the way. Yeah. At this point, we're all in a car, and when niggas got foreigns, I don't know why, but they just love speeding. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was trying to be cool and I'm like in the back drinking and stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, Jesus, please let me make it through this car ride. Like, please, Lord. Because like y'all are speeding so, like y'all are going so fast. Like, oh my God, I'm not trying to die. Like this is my first night down here. Like I need to last the whole trip. But sorry, I'm just thinking about that night, and it really was so lit. So lit. Until it wasn't. But we'll get to that. So y'all, get to the club. There's definitely already a whole line outside the club. Of course, we were able to jump a lot of the line because the we were in a section, so we were able to jump a lot of the line, and everything was cool. So we get in there. Of course, it's like empty. It's empty in there, but there's a bunch of people outside, so it's gonna get packed real quick or whatever. And I'm just like, oh, this is so lit. I was so excited, and I was so drunk too. Not as drunk as I wanted to be, but I was definitely hit. So the section, everything was so nice, y'all. Like, I was just like, oh my God, we're really in Atlanta and we're about to be in Miami tomorrow. Like, who do we think we are? Who do we think we are? No, but swear, it was really like that though. So we was having a good old time inside the club. Like, of course, it's a section full of guys, and it was just me and Chelsea in the section. So of course the guys is going to invite other females into the section, which is what they did, which that's cool. I don't got no beef with no females. I don't know y'all. Hey girls, how y'all doing? Y'all want to drink? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's super cool like that. Now it started getting I don't know the word for it, but just know I could tell Chelsea was getting a little upset because the guy who invited us down here, which used to be her ex, looked like he was very much interested in one of the girls that they all invited into the section. It was this girl group of about 4 or 5 girls. They was cool, I guess. We didn't really talk to them like that, but they was cool. They was super drunk, super lit. They looked like they was having so much fun. Like, they looked like they was having way more fun than me and Chelsea was, swear. But that's just how I be when you be with your girls. You be drunk and you're cute, because they was dressed cute and all that other good stuff. So literally like the cutest one in their group was the one that Chelsea's ex was like all over. And it was hard to watch, because I can tell Chelsea was really feeling some type of way. She was really feeling some type of way. You know, Chelsea would always voice to me how much she still liked him, how much she still thought about him, and all this good stuff. So when I seen that happening, I felt very, very bad. But at the same time, it's just like, girl, what did you think was really going to happen? Y'all haven't talked in forever. And when y'all broke up, it was because you did some shady shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be a setup for real. Like, this could be payback. Like, I don't know. Like, guys are very grimy. They're grimy like that. You know what I mean? Like, they'll do all that, make you feel good and all this good stuff, and then throw some shit in your face. Like, they are grimy. So let me tell you how her ex did not care. And Chelsea just stopped having fun. She stopped moving for real. She stopped talking. She stopped drinking. Like, and I'm drinking. I get up. I start mingling, because it's like, okay, we're in Atlanta. We spent all this money to come down here, wasting money on flights and all this good stuff, and paying for extra flights. Like, it was like a lot. So I'm going to make the best of my time, especially since I technically didn't get here till 5 o'clock, and we're leaving tomorrow morning to go to Miami. So it's just like, girl, you got to make the best of this night. Like, but I get it, because your ex, dude that you came down here for, and you was going to sleep in the same bed with him and all that good stuff, and you're thinking y'all going to talk and rekindle things. It's just not going that way, you know, and he's just like all up on that other girl. So it's just like, I completely get it. Like, I completely understand. Like, trust me, I do. But I'm drunk. But I know it's happening, but I'm drunk. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I'm going around, I'm dancing, I'm waiting for a poo shiesty, because y'all know how it is in these clubs. Like, you literally gotta wait all night for these celebrities to show up, an hour to 30 minutes to the end of the club. You know what I mean? Like, till it's almost over. So y'all, we're going through the night. I can tell sis blood is boiling. It is boiling. She's literally just watching this girl. Like, of course she's not literally just watching her, but you know, she keep looking over there watching this girl. You know how a section is. It's couches here along this wall and this way, like in a you know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. And then this way was the stage. So it's just like, man, you know, girl, it's cool, just let it go, just, you know, let it go. And then like, she'll turn around again and she's like,
Look, she's wearing his shades, and then turn around like, look how he's holding her. And
it was a lot, y'all. It was a lot. I felt bad. I really did feel bad, because Chelsea is beautiful. You can literally have any guy in here you want. Any guy, literally. But I get it. You came down here because you wanted to be with your ex, but your ex is kind of occupied with the next chick. Anyway, they're announcing Pooh Shiesty is finally about to come. And I'm like, oh, bet he's about to come out. He's about to come out. I'm so excited. Chelsea come over to me and she was just like,
yeah, bro, I'm ready to go.
huh? Chelsea girl. She's like,
No, seriously, I'm ready to go. Like,
I'm like, okay, like we don't even 100% remember where the house is. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're ready to go? And she's just like,
yeah, no, we're just gonna go outside. We're gonna catch an Uber, and I'm ready to go. We're leaving right now.
and in my head, I'm just like, I didn't say this to her face. I wasn't like, well, I want to see Pooh Shiesty. He's about to come out. You know, I didn't say that because I didn't want to, I didn't want to hurt her feelings and, dismiss her feelings because I already understood how she was feeling. And she was just like, I want to go. I want to go. Of course, she could probably tell in my face that I was mad. Because it's like, dang, girl, we did all this for you and want to leave. Like, F him. Shoot, F him. Like, so she's just like, no, I want to go. So literally, one of their friends in their section was super drunk. He was so drunk. So the other friend was just like,
yeah, I'm gonna just take him back to the crib.
So that's when Chelsea was just like,
all right, bet, come on, Jay, we're riding with them.
And I'm just like, all right. I'm like, let's just go. Come on. So we all four end up going outside. Never end up getting to see Pooh Shiesty. So now I got an attitude. And my whole vibe is just blown for real. Because it's just like, dang, I was finally like drunk and feeling it. And just like in a perfect vibe to be Pooh Shiesty, that's my dog. Like, come on now. Like, all right, anyway, so don't need security in the class. Like, no, I'm done. We have to go back to the house. Went back to the house, got in the house. Dude was being weird, wasn't even trying to let us back in. He was just like,
oh, are y'all sure, like, y'all allowed in the house or whatever?
And Chelsea's just like,
yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, I literally came down here for my ex. Like, he knows.
And it was like being real hesitant about letting us in the house. So I'm just like, that's weird. We need to be let in the house anyway because our luggage and stuff is in there. Like, what is this? He eventually lets us in the house. I'm like, okay, this is, yeah, it was some weird-ish going on. That's why really in my head, I was like, this got to be a setup. Like, I don't know what the heck. This is a setup to just make her feel dumb or something. I really don't know. But I'm just over here tagging along, trying to, sorry y'all, they driving crazy outside. But yeah, I'm just out here tagging along, just trying to be there for my friend. So I'm just going with the flow, basically. So it goes in the house, we goes and get our luggage and we bring it downstairs and everything. And we're chilling, like, we bring it by the front door and we're just downstairs chilling and we're talking to like the other two guys and we're drinking. And like I said, Pooh Shiesty came at the very end. So literally like 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, all the other guys were coming into the house. And some of the guys had brought some of the girls that were in the section. And it's so crazy because at this point, these girls weren't saying nothing to us at all. I mean, nothing. It's like the guys was talking shit or something. And now the girls ain't saying nothing. Which I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because when I tell you they would like look at us and be like, and walk off and be all giggly in the guy's face. It was so weird. So they all came back to the house. Except for, y'all, it's crazy. They all came to the house except for Chelsea's ex. The girl he was feeling at the club, and then like 2 other friends and 2 other girls. They was missing. So of course now Chelsea is just like,
oh well, where's my ex?
And then all the guys, like, that's his bro, so they're not about to like rat him out or nothing, but they're like,
oh, I don't know, bro said he was coming. I think he stopped to get something to eat real quick.
Like, just kept saying that,
but he's coming. I'm like, I don't know, I thought he was coming.
So y'all, I kid you not, like, the house was huge. It was a mansion, like I said. So I ended up going downstairs because they had like this excuse me, they had the like a game room downstairs too, and it had like this big pool table, and it was so crazy because I remember walking further down the hall after being in the basement, and there was 3 more big ass bedrooms down there. I was like, God damn, how big is this room? But that makes sense because there was literally like 10 niggas staying in that house, so that made perfect sense. Like that was the perfect house for them, I swear. But anyway, so I go downstairs. I'm taking pictures on the pool table because I'm still drunk for real, and I'm just like trying to pass time. At this point, it's like 4 in the morning. Our flight is at 10, meaning we got to be at the airport at 8. So there's no point in going to sleep. You know what I mean? We might as well just stay up and chill till we got to Uber back to the airport. You know what I mean? And then we tried to, I remember Chelsea was so mad it wanted to leave. We tried to get an Uber at like 4 in the morning back to the airport, but there was like no Ubers. Like, I don't know why there wasn't, but there was like no Ubers. So we're like, fuck it, we'll just wait until we can get an Uber. So then I'm just down there. I'm talking to whatever guys is at the table in the kitchen and talking to whoever. And, you know, Chelsea, she's just sitting there mad. She's just mad. So around like 5, 6 in the morning, her ex come walking in with the girlfriend. But me and Chelsea ain't know that yet. But they came walking in and went straight upstairs, because when you walk through the front door, it's, you know, a staircase that goes straight upstairs. So I guess they went straight upstairs because Chelsea's ex's room was upstairs, one of the rooms upstairs. So yeah, one of the guys was like, oh, your ex is back or whatever. And I keep calling him ex because he don't need no name, y'all. But
Your ex is back.
And
I'm just like, I'm looking at Chelsea like, okay, well, what you want to do? Like, I don't know. She's like,
yeah, I'm just ready to get I'm ready to get an Uber to the airport or whatever.
at this point, it's 6. Like, we might as well, shoot. So I remember I ran upstairs because I was talking to the one guy, and his room was also upstairs across from Chelsea's ex's. So Chelsea gonna be like,
I think he brought that girl upstairs. Go upstairs and check. Like, go check.
and I was just like, okay. So I started going upstairs, and the one guy was like,
What you going up there for? What you going up there for?
and I'm like, oh, I left my other bag up here. Like, I grabbed my luggage, but I forgot my other bag. He was like,
Oh, all right.
not only that, but I had left our luggage. Our luggage was originally in the room, in Chelsea's ex's room. That's where we got changed at. So when the guy was like, oh, what you going up there for? I'm just like, oh, I just forgot my bag. And the guy was just looking around like, oh, all right. So literally, I went up there, and I didn't have no bag, y'all. Come on now, I had no bag. So I went up there and I peeped in a room, and oh, what do you know? Sis is knocked out drunk in his bed. In his bed. And in my head, I'm like, damn, because like, Chelsea, didn't he say you were gonna be sleeping with him in his bed? So if he brought her home, he was never even planning to sleep with you in his bed at all. So where the hell was you gonna lay at? Oh goodness, just embarrassing for her, not really for me. I don't know, y'all, I don't really care. But maybe, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I had secondhand embarrassment. I did, just the fact that I'm with you and I'm your friend. So I had secondhand embarrassment like the whole time, the rest of the time. So I went downstairs. I'm like, yeah, bro, she's up there. And she's like,
What? Let me see.
so she go up there and see for herself and be like,
Wow, like, this is so crazy. Like, is he really serious? Like,
I'm like, yeah, girl, like, I'm sorry, like, let's just go. So after that, we ended up just saying bye to the guys that was cool or whatever. And we got an Uber to the airport. We did. We got an Uber to the airport. And, you know, I felt really bad. The car ride was very awkward. It was very quiet. It was very sad. And it sucked because we didn't even get to see Pooh Shiesty. Like, this whole Atlanta trip was a dud. It was, but I did feel bad for my friend. But I'm trying to show her up. And I'm like, it's cool, girl, because we about to be in Miami tomorrow. And we about to be in Miami. So yeah, we're at the airport early. At this point, it's literally like 6:30, 6:40. Our flight isn't until 10. So we couldn't even check our luggage. Could we check our luggage in yet? I don't think we can even check the luggage in yet. We have to wait a little bit. So yeah, we found us a nice cozy bench and we was knocked out. We slept for like 2 hours. We was knocked out. So plus we need to get a little nap in anyway because we hadn't slept. Like, how we about to do Miami right now? We haven't even went to sleep. So anyway, that was pretty much the end of that Atlanta quick little trip. And let me tell y'all, once we got on the plane, well, in order to find out what happened on the plane, y'all gonna have to tune back in next week for part 2 of this story time. You feel me? I know I hate to leave y'all off like that, but let me just tell you, it didn't get any better in Miami. It didn't. It didn't. But y'all gonna see next week. Yo, I cannot right now. But anyway, y'all, make sure y'all like, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Y'all, for real, make sure y'all are subscribed because your girl's trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost there. So if you watch this video, just make sure you're double checking to make sure you did hit that subscribe button. Also hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Y'all don't want to miss part 2 to this, so definitely hit that post notification bell. All right, okay, all right. But yeah, let me quit playing around. I need to go fix my hair again and get ready for my brother's graduation. So once again, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.